Do you need the light? Your coat?
Yeah, freezing.
So did you think about what I said yesterday, what I asked you? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Huh? Why were you born? Huh? Just to die? Everybody who was born is dying. Huh? No exception made. You're just wasting your time. Huh? Dilly-dallying around. Huh? Killing the time. Watching this, watching that. Reading this, reading that, no? Talking this, talking that. That's the purpose of your life. No? Eating, sleeping, working. Huh? Yeah, she smiles. So much fun, yeah? You wake up, yeah? You eat something. Then you do something, you eat something, you go to sleep. From the day you're born until the day you die. There must be some more, there must be some meaning to our life, huh? Otherwise the next life will end up just the same way. Getting up, eating something, doing something, eating something, going to sleep. Sounds like a lot of fun. Huh? But we entertain ourselves. Nowadays, we can entertain ourselves much more than previous generations. Yeah? I mean, we have so much entertainment. We have TV, we have radio, we have smartphones, we have internet. Yeah? I mean, we can be busy all day long, killing our time. Yeah? Not doing anything that is worthwhile. Yeah. That's it, yeah? And playing games, the young generation. Is that why we are born? To kill the time, yeah? To play around? Yeah? Having fun? Yeah? Most of us don't have so much fun. Yeah? Just look at your faces and you see you don't have so much fun. I mean, if you are born and want to have fun, you should have at least fun, huh? Huh? Life is so difficult. Yeah? Then why are you born, huh? Huh? You are born because of our past karma. And the thing that the Lord Buddha said, I mean, we cannot end karma. There's no way. An arahant doesn't end karma. He just stops doing new karma. But his karma that he has produced in the previous millions of lives, I mean, will not end. Yeah? But he's not born again to receive that kind of karma. So, what we can do is, to get out. Get out of the hamster wheel. Yeah? Find the door, open it up, and get out. Yeah? Don't run around. Yeah? Or if you want to have fun, then at least, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. this Ajahn is really bad, I mean, he's so harsh, He doesn't tell us, do some nice things, be generous, do a little bit of meditation and everything goes well. Like all the other Ajahns, everything goes well. And when you end up dying, you go to hell. I mean, that's not the purpose. The purpose, is to knock some sense into you, that things are not going that smooth as we think they are, or like other people tell us. Lord Buddha was pretty clear on that. Why are nowadays, the people, do this, just do some meditation once a week, and do some good, and everything will all end up fine. That's not the way it works. We do a lot of bad karma, every day. We wake up, we have a thought, that is karma. We do something, we say something, that is karma. That's a lot of karma during one day, And now add up all these days of your life, and then you see, how much karma you do, and how much of this good karma, or how much of this karma is good karma, and how much of this karma is bad karma. You just say a bad word to another person, it's bad karma. You get angry, it's bad karma. You follow your greed, that's bad karma. How much is really good. That's why I try, to be a little bit more specific, and warn you, I mean, or knock some sense into you, I mean, don't think, life, I mean, after death we are born as a human being. That's normally not the case. Most of us will go down. Visit all these hellish realms, or the ghost realms if we are lucky, when we might end up in the ghost realms, That's not as bad as hell realms, I mean, I was just looking at my life, counting up all these lies, sexual misconduct, and all these things, and I already had 30 years of hell with, And I was only counting 15 years of my life, and I wasn't really a bad person. Already accrued, 30 years, or at least 30 years of hell, just within a few years of life, If you're a bad person, I mean, you have thousands of years. But if you're a normal person, not too bad, I mean, it's still, I mean, you get that. You get angry at this person, say something, you deceive a person, you lie, I mean, it's all accounted for. So, be a little bit more careful, And don't waste your time, Especially now with the internet, don't waste your time on the internet. So many hours go past by, instantly, without us knowing it. And how is our heart feeling afterwards? Agitated, because we read this, we see that. It's mostly agitated. So, ask yourself what you want to do with the rest of your life. Just dilly-dallying around, drinking coffee, eating ice cream, going shopping, going to the hairdresser, changing our style, or doing something that's useful. Practicing meditation, I mean, normally the meditation that is taught in the West, I mean, it's the meditation, for us to feel good. The moment we come out of meditation, nothing has changed. So we go back to meditation, we feel good. Just like taking a happy pill, lasts for a moment, But most of these meditation techniques that are taught, really undermine the kilesa. One teaching I remember, I heard, just watch the things that come into the chitta, you can do that through the rest of your life and nothing changes. What should change, just watch the clouds, passing by, If you don't understand how clouds, are made of, or what they are made of, and how they arise and how they cease, they still pass by, even until the last day of your life, Watch your thoughts, they always come, Unless, you find the reason why they come, and root it out, and then they don't come anymore. So just observing the things that come into our chitta is it's not the way. They call it Vipassana, but there's no Vipassana. Vipassana means insight. Insight means seeing inside, not inside our mind, seeing inside our heart. And in the heart are the things, all the things that arise, There arises greed, there arises hate, but there also arises, Dhamma. So we have to stop, we have to show, the heart, what it does. Understand, how things arise and cease, why they come on. But that is, of course, hard work, and we don't like to do that. We just want to, give me a break, that is the motto of our life. We tell our daughters or sons, give me a break, give me my peace, I want to rest. The kilesas never give us a break. We can ask them, we can try to persuade them, we can try to bribe them. They don't give us a break. They constantly want something. You haven't noticed it? You're old enough, you should have noticed it. They constantly want this, want that, I want to do this, I want to become this. I don't want to meet this person, I want to meet that person, I want a new clothes, I want to go shopping, or I want to buy a new car, or I want to have a new wife or a new husband. They constantly want something, and they don't give us any break, unless we stop them. And there are ways to stop them. There are ways to uproot the kilesas. That's the whole point of the Lord Buddha's teaching. And that is done not through Vipassana, but it's done through investigation. Investigation that leads to Vipassana, to insight. What do we investigate? We investigate the things that we believe we are. What do we believe we are? The body. And the body, and the body, and the feeling. These are the most things, we believe that are us. Body, feeling, thoughts, it's my thought, Memory, it's my memory, and consciousness. These are the things that we have to investigate to see that they are anicca, anatta, dukkha. They are not self, they don't belong to me. They are impermanent, they arise and cease, and they are full of dukkha, dissatisfaction. Whatever we do in our life, the satisfaction lasts only for a short moment, and then it disappears. And then dissatisfaction comes up, and we want something else. And that's, when we look at our life, that's how we live, We are hungry, And It's dissatisfaction, yeah, it's dukkha. And then, we think, it's so much pleasure to eat, yeah. We eat until we're full and then we don't want to eat. I mean, they can serve you the best food, but you're full, you don't want to eat, yeah. So where's the pleasure of the eating? It's only the pleasure, to make the dukkha disappear. That's all what we do with this body. When it's tired, we put it to sleep, yeah? And then we feel refreshed. Yeah? So we get rid of the dukkha of the body. Yeah? Not yet clear? Huh? When we are thirsty, we drink something. Yeah? Just to get rid of the dukkha of the body, of the discomfort. What do you like to be thirsty? Nobody likes to be thirsty. Nobody likes to be hungry. That's why we eat and that's why we drink. Yeah? Nobody likes to be tired. That's why we sleep. Yeah? Tiredness is dukkha. Yeah? So we can't even concentrate. We just feel we need to go to bed. Yeah? Hunger is dukkha. Yeah? Thirst is dukkha. Yeah? But we never looked in this way. Huh? We never looked at this in this way. So we don't notice that the body only produces dukkha. And we think, it is pleasure to get rid of the dukkha. Yeah? That's what we think. But when we are full, when we are thirsty, we drink something, and we are not thirsty, we don't want to drink anything. Yeah? Because that it would be dukkha, to force something down. Yeah? So why is nobody telling us this? Huh? That this body only brings us dukkha. Yeah? Where is the sukha that this body brings? Only if it feels comfortable. Yeah? So that means, all the time it doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah? And we have to make it comfortable. Yeah? But that's not sukha. Yeah? So where's the sukha of this body? Huh? Can anybody tell me? I haven't seen it so far. Maybe somebody can tell me. Yeah? Yeah? No one? Huh? So why do we keep this piece of garbage with us? Yeah? We have to carry it around. Don't you have to carry it around? Yeah? You wake up, you have to lift it up. Yeah? Then you have to move it to this point. Yeah? I mean, think about it. Then we have to feed it, we have to work very hard, yeah? I mean, nowadays it's not so easy, yeah? I mean, we have to work, we have to find a profession, we have to work, we have to earn money to get a house, to rest the body, yeah? To feed it, and to clothe it, yeah? And, when it gets sick, to take it to the doctor and get some medicine. And for what? Huh? For what? Huh? And we still think it's a lot of fun. Huh? Huh? Because there's somebody, yeah, sitting in our ear constantly telling us, yeah, it's nice, yeah. You want this, Yeah. If you do this, you become happy. If you do that, you become happy. Yeah. If you do this, you become rich, or you get what you want. Yeah. And we follow it, and we follow it. We get tired of it, and we never become happy. Huh? We do all the things that the kilesas who sit in our ear tell us. Yeah. But we never get happy. Yeah. Look at your faces. Are you happy? Yeah. And we did everything that they wanted. Yeah. He said, yes, my Lord, you're right, yeah. You deceived me for such a long time, you must be right. I mean, if we have a friend, who constantly lies to us, yeah, and after a while we don't listen to him anymore. So why do we listen to this friend who sits in our ears? Because he's smart, he's clever, he tells us, it's us, it's us, it's us, it's me. I think like this. I want to. Yeah? So he deceives us in this way, telling us. Yeah? That's why we should investigate anatta. Yeah? It's not me, there's just a thought. This thought is not me, it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me. Yeah? This memory is not me, it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me. I mean, did you invite all these thoughts that come into your mind? Huh? Thoughts of worry, that make you feel bad? Yeah? Thoughts of hate that make you feel agitated? Thoughts of greed that make you feel agitated? Do you invite them coming in? They come in by themselves, yeah? Occupying our heart, yeah? Just like Malaysia was occupied by the British for such a long time, yeah? Was it fun? Certainly for the Malay people it was not fun, yeah? To be the slaves of the British. Huh? To do what the British told you, yeah? But we are happy, when we are slaves of the Kilesas who tell us what to do. Huh? Fight for your freedom. The freedom to do what you want to do, what there is to do. Not being constantly forced by the Kilesas or by the master that is called avijja. Not knowing in line with the truth, but wanting to know. Look, look at yourself. You constantly want to know something. I mean, you want to know whatever it is. You look it up, or nowadays you just Google it. Whatever you want to know. There are so many things that we want to know. That is the driving force. That's the driving force of avijja, wanting to know, but not being able to know, wanting to understand, but not being able to understand. I mean, normally it is translated as fundamental ignorance, but yes, of course that is true as well. But the driving force within this fundamental ignorance is wanting to understand. It's this desire to understand. But this desire, we can also use the desire to get out of the hamster wheel. Getting out, being free. Not being oppressed by these British troops, yeah? No country, no matter what it is called, likes to be oppressed by another country. And people are fighting, losing their lives, to fight for freedom, for outside freedom. But when it comes to fight for our inner freedom, getting rid of this voice that is constantly in our ears telling us what to do and what not to do, what to like and what not to like, we are helpless. You say, it's just like this, yeah? It doesn't have to be like this. Get up, stand up for your rights, The older generation probably knows the song from Bob Marley, yeah? But the moment we stand up, we fall over. Yeah? So the first thing we do in practice, the path that leads out of this hamster wheel or that opens the door is the path of Sila Samadhi Panya. Keeping the 5 precepts is the prerequisite. Yeah? Then Samadhi, I talked about yesterday a little bit. Developing the ability to concentrate on one point. Yeah? Until the mind gets completely calm and can energize itself. Concentration, everybody knows that concentration leads to energy. Just put a magnifying glass under the rays of the sun. And what is the point of concentration? It can light a fire. I mean, if you concentrate our mind to one point, I mean, it has an amazing power. Just the same way. That's why we do concentration. That's what the purpose of concentration is. And also, the second part of the samadhi practice is to develop the sati, this awareness that knows. Awareness that knows of the things that are happening within our citta. We don't know. Normally we just do things, that the kilesas tell us. We don't know what is actually going on in our citta. Our citta receives every signal. I mean, it receives a signal from hearing, from all the senses. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. It receives the senses, and then goes into action. And all what we know is, when it goes into action. We don't even know when it receives the senses. I mean, when the sense of hearing occurs, it goes into action and interprets what we hear. And then instantly, the moment it gives a meaning or interpretation to what we hear, then it says, automatically, just, I like it or don't like it. And that's where we get food. I mean, we should be there at the source, when the sense of hearing comes in, and then decide not to follow it. I mean, we don't have to follow all the senses. But it's so automatic, it's so intrinsic, and it's so difficult to get at. The only way is, to get this extreme sati, this extreme concentration, where you actually see things going step by step, slide by slide. Mind moment by mind moment. I mean, when you think about it, what did the Lord Buddha say? Within the blink of an eye, you have 3,000 mind moments. Fast, isn't it? Fast computer. But it's not a parallel process. We think we can do things parallel, but it's just multitasking. Just like Windows. We weren't able to develop any parallel machine. Why? Because we can't think parallel. Very easy. We can't do things, that we can't develop things that we can't think of. We can't think parallel. That's why we can't develop parallel computers. But we can think consecutively, step by step by step. And that's how all our computers work. But we can multitask, just like our brain, I mean, we can eat, and while we eat, we are on the phone, and some people even can drive, I see a lot of people still driving, while they're hanging on the phone, I mean, it's dangerous, because your awareness is not all with the thing, And then sometimes they even talk to the passenger next, I mean, 3 things at the same time. But that is multitasking, because our computer is so fast. But in order to get down to it, we have to develop this concentration until, we see every mind moment appearing. Once we see every mind moment, then we see how things appear. We see how this clock works. I mean, if you're old enough, the old watches, I mean, when you open them up, you have 5 gears, 5 gears, the body, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, so the body, feeling, thoughts and memories, and consciousness, and they all work together, One gear, grabs hold of the other gear, and drives it on, and drives it on, and drives it on. But when you look at all these gears, there's no meaning to it. You can look at it, and you can look at it, and you just see them rotating, rotating, rotating. But then you close the watch, and then you suddenly have time. And then it's too late, then it's too early, or it's just right on time. And that gives the meaning to the 5 gears. And that's what we drive on. Yeah? We don't drive on, the 5 gears just turning around because it's boring. Yeah? Just like, you watch a nice movie on your computer and, your little kid, turns off a switch and all what you see is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. How long would you watch it? Huh? Because that is happening within the computer. Huh? You know that, yeah? 0, 1. It's a combination of 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, or whatever. Yeah? How long would you watch it? How long would you listen to it? You get bored of it. Yeah? You get disillusioned, and that's the whole purpose of our practice. Yeah? Looking at the 5 gears here, looking at the 5 constituents of our what we call self, yeah? of the body, the feeling, thoughts and memories and consciousness, and then see them for what they are, and see them that they are not us, yeah? And see them just rotating, yeah? Understanding how they rotate, how they grab hold of each other, yeah? A thought triggers, a feeling triggers a memory triggers another thought, yeah? And that's how it goes, that's all. There's no secret to it. There's no mystic about the whole Buddha's teaching. Nothing is mystical. It's everything clear. Oh, just like in science. Huh? If you do this, this is happening. If you do that, that is happening. What kind of clearer science can we have? Huh? When we look at our science, there are so many assumptions. Yeah? And these assumptions, they are often proved to be wrong after a while. Yeah? Huh? But the science of the Lord Buddha is pretty straightforward and always up to the point. And we do have, and we do have these sayings, in every country, in every language. Don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. Yeah? Because everything, that is done unto you is what you have done unto others. Cannot be clearer, huh? But we don't like to hear it, yeah? Especially the second part of the sentence. We can agree with the first part, yeah? Okay, we try not to do, yeah? But when bad things happen to us, we don't like to remember the second part of the sentence, huh? Yeah? Somebody else, the government did that. My husband or my spouse, did that to me. No. It's all our own doing. Yeah? Whatever happens. Yeah? If we become rich, it's our own doing. If we become poor, it's our own doing. If people cheating us, if they mock us, if they rob us, yeah? If they kill us, it's all our own doing. There's nobody else involved. And that gives us, if other people are involved, there's nothing that we can change. But if it's our own doing, then we can act. Yeah? Then we can change things. Then we can see, okay, I should refrain from doing this. Yeah? If you keep the 5 precepts, nothing bad will happen to you anyway. Yeah? So if it's all of our own doing, then we can do something. Then we can get free. And that is the hopeful message of the Lord Buddha that He gave to us. Get out of this hamster wheel, huh? No, I put so nice curtains, I like my curtains. I like my wardrobe that is in the hamster wheel. I just renovated my room. Yeah. Why are we so attached to these things? They are passing by anyway. Look, if you lived in an apartment or a house for such a long time, yeah? Women they are more prone, to change every 2 years something, yeah? New curtains, new color, new couch, anything, they cannot live within the same things, yeah? It's getting some sort of boring, yeah? We cannot wear the same clothes, huh? every day. Huh? Why? Why do we constantly need to change? Yeah? Because we need to have the feeling, if we can't change, everything is boring. Yeah? Actually, it is boring. Even if you change the outside, the inside, won't change. Yeah? If your car is rusting, then you take a bucket of paint and paint it over. You don't want to see the rust, yeah? But it's still there, yeah? It comes out again, and you paint it over, and then you paint it over. That's what we do, we change, yeah? Boredom comes out when you live in an apartment for 2 years, so we need to change it to hide, yeah? The main theme of our life, it is boredom. We are bored, that's why we try to entertain ourselves. But not successfully, yeah? If it's successfully, we would be, all smiling here, sitting, smiling, happy, yeah? Then we would successfully paint our car over, yeah? But we're not. We are unhappy. But we don't have to be unhappy. Right? One way to find happiness, yeah? You're quite restless, huh? One way to find happiness, is calm the mind down. Yeah? If you have no thoughts, if no memories come up, there's no fear, there's no future, there's no past, there's just happiness, contentedness. Yeah? Why do we deprive ourselves of such nice things? Huh? Ask yourself. Because it's so difficult to get there. Yeah? It's easier to buy an ice cream, we are happy for 5 seconds, yeah? Or buy this, eat this, buy a cloak, yeah? How long do you have to work for the money to buy this? Yeah? Get down, just leave out the thoughts. Well, I say just. Just can take weeks or months or years, yeah? But the more determined you are, the easier it is getting. I sit down, close my eyes, and now want to be Buddha for the next hour. Whatever comes in is the voice of the kilesas, of our oppressor. And you will see, how he has you in. Yeah? Oh, I need to do this, yeah. I need to do that. That is really important. Yeah? Comes always with important things. Yeah? I cannot forget that. I have to note it down. Yeah? That's not practice. That's following the kilesas. Whatever comes into our mind that is not Buddha, it's not the breath, it's all the kilesas. And there you can see the power that they have over us. Yeah? They can't let us go, they can't let us go for 5 minutes, for 1 minute. They constantly want to interfere. It's just like, if you have little children, they constantly, want this, want that. Yeah? You go with them, through a shopping mall, whatever they see, they want. Yeah? Huh? And if they don't get it, what do? Cry so much, that we give in. Yeah? That is the kilesa. Everybody, who has children has the experience, yeah? Or who has nephews and nieces knows it. That's how the kilesas work. They cry so loud, we can't listen to this cry, so that's why we give in. The cry of the kilesas is, influencing us with fear, influencing us with pain, or injecting pain or fear or worries, yeah? We all love worries. Yeah? Did it ever help you to worry about when your daughter or your son is not coming back? Didn't come back sooner? But the worries, it's very unpleasant feeling. Yeah? Or fear, it's very unpleasant. Or pain, yeah? So all these unpleasant things. So why do we put them, yeah? Why do we allow them to creep in our heart? Why don't we say, and that is also part of investigation. Why don't we say, there is fear. What is fear? And then it suddenly becomes an object. There's nothing to do with us. There's fear. I mean, just like there is this board. You can all watch it, it is not us. And then we can watch it, how it changes. Just like we watch the clouds, how they change. They constantly change as well. And fear, if there's no thought, fear instantly dies. And that's a nice thing. Worries, if there's no thought, it instantly dies. That's how we learn it. That's how we learn, if you have a fire and stop putting wood in the fire, it stops, Isn't it? If you have worries, and stop putting wood into the fire of worries, it stops, And thought and memories are the fire, are the wood for the fire. So if you go back to the Buddha, the worries stop, The fire stops. But the kilesas tell us it's so important to worry about this, worry about that, to think about the future. Do we live in the present moment? Never. We are either in the past or we are in the future. We don't even know what is happening in this present moment. What kind of thought comes in? What kind of sense object comes in? We don't even know. Because we constantly live in another reality, not in the reality of this present moment. So these things that we can see, that we can feel, cannot be us. Because who's the one who feels it? Ask the feeling if it knows if it's a feeling. Ask the thought if it knows it is a thought, and what kind of thought it is. So who knows what kind of thought it is? Who knows that it is a thought? Who knows that it is a memory? Who knows that it is a feeling? Who knows that it is a body? This we are not interested. We're not interested to go down to the source, the one who looks at these things, the one who knows, the sati, or the knowingness. That is our true nature. We're not interested about this true nature. We're interested, in being immersed in the video game called life. Think about, people, you probably have children, who play video games. When they are within these video games, they don't realize what is going on around them. When the video game stops, game over, because you're killed, they start again. They are immersed in this video game. They're not living in reality. They don't even know, when their friends coming in, or the mother or the father comes in. They don't even realize, because they're completely in this. And it's not real. We know it all. It's a programmed world. Just like our programmed world. The Lord Buddha called it a condition. You know what a condition is, if then else. And that's not, that is, this is our universe. The law of the universe is very similar to the law of any video game. You have certain kinds of options. Other things you cannot do. And you have a certain kind of consequences. You have rules. And the Lord Buddha laid them out. The rules of the video game called life. If you don't keep the 5 precepts, you go into another video game. This time it is the video game of the ghost realm, or the animal realm, or the hell realm. And just like, you watch a horror movie, this is not nice. So knock some senses, into your life, and get going, and be happy, We all have the right to be happy. So why do you do yourself, why do you put yourself into misery? Yeah, I know. And I'm going to stop right now as well. So, the question is, why do you put yourself into misery? Why don't you investigate this? Why don't you see these things? Yeah? Like body, feelings, thoughts, memories, as yourself and not as things that you can observe. That is the principle of anatta. Whatever I can see, whatever I can feel, is not me, it's not mine, it's not myself. When you look right to your right or to your left, you know it's not you, there's somebody else sitting there. What? When you look at your arm, you think it's you. Why? You see it just the same way as the other person. And the feeling, it cannot be you, because the feeling that comes, all these unpleasant feelings that come. Did you invite them? Huh? Ask yourself, did you invite them? Huh? You don't like them, but they still come. Yeah. So how can they be you? If you go back to your home and you don't like a certain thing, you can throw it out, yeah? Or burn it up. Yeah? And it will never be there again. But the feelings constantly come. We don't like them, they still come. The thoughts, we don't like them, they still come. Yeah? So how can they be us? Yeah? We have no control over them. Yeah? And that is one thing that we should learn. We have no control over these things. Yeah? But we have the power to understand how these things arise and cease. And understand what they feed on. And then if we understand what they feed on, we can remove the nurturing of these plants. And then these plants will die out. Okay. With this, I end the talk and you can ask a few short questions, if you have any. No questions? She always looks as if something, if the answers are written on my face. No questions? Okay, then we stop. So when is Jenny coming to Malaysia? You don't know?
No idea. I'll ask her.
Huh?
I'll ask her. I don't know. She's very busy.
Yeah. She's always busy with doing something that is useless. So the afternoon, please use, to use for today. I would suggest that you do Buddha meditation or Anapanasati, to get the mind completely concentrated. Yeah? And then in the evening we meet again. Yeah? Do walking meditation. Yeah? While doing walking meditation, you concentrate either on the breath or on the Buddha. Yeah? And you walk as fast as you can. Yeah? The faster you walk, the less you have to concentrate. Because the mind is busy, or the chitta is busy with controlling the body movements, and the rest of it is very easy to concentrate. So for most people in the beginning, it is much easier to do walking meditation than sitting meditation. Because in sitting meditation, nothing moves, you have to concentrate the whole chitta. The chitta is not busy with anything. That's why it's more difficult. So if you have troubles with sitting, do a lot of walking meditation. Walking up, turning around, walking back. Yeah? When you turn around, just check out, have I been with the Buddha all the time? Yeah? Just this one path, I want to be with the Buddha or with the breath all the time. Yeah? And then check again. And that keeps, that really fosters meditation very fast. No, Buddha, off breath. Don't. I mean, it is too complicated. Yeah? I mean, let the body walk, just tell it to walk, and then concentrate on the breath or on the Buddha. Yeah? When you turn around, just check out. Yeah? And just determine each time, you go and take the walk, just this one path, I want to be with the Buddha. In the end, you will feel the whole body moving, yeah. But in the beginning, you just will feel the Buddha or the breath, yeah. So there's no point, It's just diverting your attention if you pay attention to your feet. Yeah? I know the Burmese do it very slowly, yeah. When they do it very slowly, the mind goes off and around the world until you do your next step, yeah. That's not the point, We want to keep focused. Some people can do it. Yeah? I mean, it's not that this Burmese style is wrong, but a lot of people cannot do it. Yeah? Because the mind easily drifts off. Yeah? And if they walk too slow, I mean, it easily goes off. If you walk fast, it doesn't go off so easily. Okay? Understood?